I'll BC here, turn 54, I think. I'm tired and a bit intoxicated, and I got a busy day tomorrow, so I'm going to try to keep this quick. Auspex found nothing, Augury found nothing, that's cool. Ginger teleported in, and so here we've got her with her invisibility and her sweet artifacts, and she puts up the storm. And then Wrathful Skies. And they are wrathful indeed, lightning every which way. These knights can't do shit about her. They're getting stunned. She's invisible. Harass penalty isn't even very large because she has Unsurroundable 2. And she's got Eye Shield and Eye Vengeance and Fire Shield. Like, this is a hell of a fucking super combatant. And she just gets to work. Her HP is actually going down a bit because she's in Hostile Dominion. But it doesn't matter because Wrathful Skies is zapping some dudes, and Fire Shield is burning up all these guys, and Eye Vengeance, Vine Shield. She has only Fire Resistance 5. How did she get that? I think it was from Temper Flesh. Let's go ahead and assume it was. So like that is her weakest point, but overall she's just doing great. Not able to take out this Apep the Water Serpent here, but overall that went just the way I drew it up. I'm really happy about that. Rodaland attacks man in one place over here. So the Apep ran away here, and I've got a fully geared out Pan over here. So here's Apep. We have poison resistance 7. I guess that's just from the nature magic, because I don't think that anything I cast gave me poison resistance. Spray poison is doing friendly fire here, which is pretty funny. So Apep's gonna run up into melee as soon as my Pan has cleared a path. And Apep does have regen, but does not have a lot of protection. Liquid Body kind of helps him, but eventually Apep is going to get smacked down. I don't have the paths to summon Apep myself, nor particularly do I have the inclination. So I took care of that. And now we're surrounded by skeletons. And unfortunately, this guy just summons enough skeletons that we can't kill him fast enough because we're wielding a Frostbrand, and skeletons don't give a fuck about frost. So the result is that we end up hitting turn timer and running away. But hey, I'll take it. Calum attacked Midgard. I'm watching this battle mainly because I don't remember whether Calum was scripted to attack right away, and they are. Which is something I'll need to keep in mind if I do the same trap with Ginger as I did previously. Other than that, just more raiding. Retreated here again. Took a peek inside the fortress, So we can go ahead and see there. I've got some ghouls just because why not? Here's Blood Explosion, their god. His HP is doubled, and he will have his 40% regen. How did he get that much? Oh, he cast the spell on himself that gives him extra regen. So his goal is to just have Blood Explosion regen through everything, which, sure, why not? Then here's Barrow Warden with all of this random stuff. And how much MR does Blood Explosion have? 23. It's not great, but it's not bad either. We've got a Nowidner in here. And then a bunch of Magister Arcanes. Specifically that many. It's actually quite a lot of Magister Arcanes. So we are storming this turn. This guy is going to just maintain siege. But we've got our Grove Guards, which should hit hard enough to punch through the Blood Explosions regen is the goal. Then we've got a bunch of Cataphracts as well, which, as he says, Cataphracts go burr. Other than that, some Thunder Strikes. Did I have something else in mind for those air gems? I don't know. Someone should be casting Fog Warriors, right? Ah, there's Big A over here. And then some Falling Frosts. Blood Explosion doesn't have cold resistance, so Frozen Heart is also an option on the table. But overall, I'm pretty confident about this battle. Maybe I shouldn't be, but I've got quite a lot of firepower. And Blood Explosion in particular is a problem, but nothing else. Like, I mean, there's 39 Magister Arcanes, so who knows what the fuck they're going to do. But on the flip side, they're all just kind of chunked together. And I've got this commander here, Big Testes drop, who's just going to be casting Gifts from Heaven every single round. And if that can delete like 4 or 6 Magister Arcanes just from the very beginning, that'll be nice. So that's the goal. In Gnome Peaks, another wipeout there. Really not sure what's going to be next on the agenda for Calum. One thing that I have been doing is I've been recruiting some Dryads and making some Dryad charms. And the goal is to basically, if one of them attacks me, then I am going to just try to seduce their mages as much as possible and really like mages are what makes the world go round here, and Dryads are pretty effective against them. And there's not so much I can do about, well, I guess here these are not so scary, but here, like, each of these Sparhorn warriors is 2 siege strength. So this is 300 siege strength right here, plus all of the rest of this. How much are these guys? Another 2 each. And I've not bothered with upgrading to castles because I don't get any commander points. So they can crack most of my forts in one turn is the takeaway. which is awkward. But I'm kind of looking to see what they commit to doing and reacting to that. If on the flip side, like Ginger can go anywhere. She's stealthy because she has Ring of Invisibility. She can do the same air trap that I've been doing. And I can have her walk into a province and drop her Wrathful Skies thing like I did before. And because she's invisible, the Spirehorn warriors are not going to be able to hurt her so much, even though they have storm immunity. Like, they have attack 0, which means, yeah, attack 10 becomes attack 0 when trying to hit invisible, so that'll be part of the plan. But yeah, I should check to see how much they have. Shock resistance 5, which is good, but it's not enough to protect them from skies. Alright, Abyssia. We can go ahead and watch this battle. They did put up the Flaming Shield, which set all these guys on fire. Wailing Winds, Buffer Flames, so all of these skeletons that march in are going to get burned, and most of them are going to die. I don't know why Abyssia hasn't been doing that more. Here is no Diplo Mystery God with Cymbeline, so when he dies, I can get Cymbeline. That's something I will want to do. But the result is that Buffer Flames is really good at neutralizing Skeletspam. And I don't know why he didn't do it earlier. Because every single skeleton, regardless of how many get created, take 10 armor-piercing fire damage, and they don't typically have very much armor. So, man ends up running away. Like, Abyssia finally gets their first victory of this confrontation. We see that there's... I'm not actually sure how all the devils died. Like, it felt like they should have been able to outlast. Man doesn't suffer too many casualties, but they do end up... Like, all of these guys are going to be scattered. Or, not Man, Rudderland, sorry. In the Curtain Wall, Abyssia falls, and in God's Tomb Mountains, Abyssia falls. Wait, how do they have a Cymbeline and I have a Cymbeline? Now I'm confused. Whatever. Katabanshi, and that's the rest of this stuff. So we still have the same underlying concern as before of who will fight whom next. Like, there's 3 powers, right? There's me, there's Calum, and there's Rudderland. Calum scares me more than Rudderland. Like, Rudderland is piloted by a very good player, but Calum's mobility is just so huge at this stage in the game. And I mean, on the flip side, like, I can do my stealthy shenanigans, and Calum is not well prepared to deal with that. But I don't know. I'm hoping that they just kind of fight each other, and then I swoop in and pick on one of them. They might be hoping that we fight each other. Like, they might have the same plan, basically. Throne-wise, Midgard is going to lose this throne, which means Calum is going to have 1, 2, 3 straight up. If we look at their land, there's 1, 2, 3. Four. And they can easily get this one to get to a 5th of the 6 that they need. And then they would probably fight me for this one to try to win. Roderland has 1. They can easily get this one to get 2, 3. They really only have 3? What are they doing fighting Abyssi if they're not even getting a throne from it? Are there any over here that they could make a play on? Maybe this one, but unlikely. And then I presently only have the 1, which does kind of make me an unappealing target, because if you want to actually win this game, you need thrones, and there's only 1 that you can get from BC. But I mean, I can't read their minds. I don't know what they're thinking. So I wager that Roderland attacks Calum to try to stop Calum from winning, because if Calum attacks me unimpeded, then Calum wins, because that does put them to 6. And if Roderland attacks me, that doesn't change the calculus, like Calum still wins. I mean, obviously, like, if I'm able to repel Calum, then like Calum doesn't win. But Roderland, if I'm Roderland, I want to take matters in my own hands rather than trust BC to actually play this game well. So, from where I stand, I would expect them to fight each other, but obviously I can't rely on that. So we'll see what actually happens. Thanks for watching, as always, and next turn we'll see how my Storm of Man goes. See you then.